Welcome to the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the Hikou Prime. Now, since this is a primed weapon, the only way to get it is to assemble it from its primed parts, which you can either get yourself by opening specific relics or by buying the parts from other players. However, relics are rotated in and out of the game quite frequently, so I will leave a link to the official Hikou Prime Wikipedia website in the video description so you can check it out to see which relics you want to go for. The Hikou Prime are secondary throwing knives that actually only require mastery rank 4 despite being a primed weapon, and they do primarily puncture damage with only a little bit of impact and slash on the side. Now these come with very high fire rate, a 26 round magazine and a lightning fast reload of 0.5 seconds, and they have a very bad crit of only 6% and 1.8 times multi, though they do have very high status of 28%. So all in all, these are a pretty solid upgrade over the standard Hikou. They do more damage, they have better crit and status, they have bigger magazine and faster reload, but you do throw them a little bit slower than the standard Hikou. And finally, these also have access to the concealed explosives mod, which gives them an 80% chance to explode when they hit something. This does about 250 blast damage per explosion, and it's not scaled by many things, unfortunately. I think the only thing that scales concealed explosives are expel mods, so the faction-based mods for secondaries. Now, I've played around with a bunch of different builds, and I like this one the most on the Hikou Prime. So we have the standard assortment of Hornet Strike, Battle Diffusion and Lethal Torrent for damage and multi-shot, and then we go ham on status. So we have Sure Shot for just raw status, Pistol Pestilence and Frostbite for viral, and Scorch with Primed Heated Charge for a ton of heat. It's kind of like a poor man slash build, but it works really well on the Hikou Prime, especially if you have Primed Heated Charge, because you get a ton of heat damage, and when you combine that with a high fire rate, you can actually stack a lot of very powerful heat procs. And it makes the weapon feel pretty good up to level 60 or 70. I wouldn't really push it much beyond that because you start running into ammo issues. Now, if you're like me and you would like to use concealed explosives on the Hikou Prime because of its fast fire rate, you can easily swap it out with Sure Shot. This won't make the weapon scale as well, especially at higher levels, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. And it makes the weapon feel infinitely better when you're doing low level stuff, so when you're just cruising around on the star chart. The Hikou Prime is kind of like a baby's first primed weapon, right? It only requires mastery rank 4 and it's not like overtly powerful. But it's also not terrible by any means. I would actually go as far as to say that it is probably the best weapon to run if you want to have fun with concealed explosives. Their naturally high fire rate just makes it a really fun combo, and they're just powerful enough to where you can take them pretty much anywhere on the star chart and be absolutely fine. So while I wouldn't necessarily recommend these to everyone because, you know, they're just okay, I would say that if you want to have fun with concealed explosives, this is the weapon that I would personally go for. It's not the best weapon in the world, it's not even a great stealth weapon despite it being completely silent because of that low damage per hit, but it is pretty fun. And that's pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching as always, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.